where Josh Beckett, who has been brilliant in 3 postseason starts, could he bring it to the World Series as he did as a Marlin in 03? Well, you tell me, as Willie Taveras looks at a fastball, Kaz Matsui with a whiff.
Well, he went out there. First 14 pitches of the game were all fastballs. Let's see what they like after the layoff.
So he struck out the side on 15 pitches. Matt Holliday swinging and missing, and then Dustin Pedroia certainly did not. Off youngster Jeff Francis, who hasn't pitched for 12 days.
Wow.
And it doesn't matter who you are. I don't care if you're Christy Mathewson. It's going to be trouble. It is a home run. And Beckett says, way to go, you got me some runs.
The little big man.
Manny Ramirez to left field. Youkilis scores on the play. That makes it 2-0. Red Sox rolling.
RBI machine.
J.D. Drew, hero late in the Cleveland series. Ramirez coming around to score. Varitek held the third. An RBI double for Drew, and the Red Sox lead it 3-0. That was the first of a parade of 2-out RBIs for the Red Sox. Troy Tulowitzki off the wall and left. Garrett Atkins comes around to score. Tulowitzki with a double. Here come the Rockies at 3-1. Maybe not. Bottom of the second. David Ortiz.
Oh.
Boy, he's just a hitting machine, isn't he, Bake?
And he uses the whole field. That's what I like about Big Pop. There's no one way to pitch it.
And Youkilis, who was on his horse all night long, motors home, and the Red Sox lead at 4-1. The dugout fired up.
Now, big run, too, in that second inning. After the Rockies scored to make it 3-1, jump back on him and get that run.
By the way, that was a 2-out run again.
Nice breaking ball right there.
And then Brad at the hop, who had the
yeah, he had a rough night.
The golden sombrero.
In there. Rough start.
7 Ks on the night. Bob Apodaca comes out to pitch to the young Canadian Jeff Francis with the bases loaded against Varitek, and it's down the line. It's a fair ball. Ground rule double, 2-run score. Again, 2 out. And it's a 6-1 lead, all with 2 outs, guys.
After an intentional walk, too. The thing about these guys is 2 outs means nothing. 2 outs is just like no outs because, man, next thing you know, 2 outs, nobody's on base, bang, 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 4 runs.
Now Franklin Morales pitching in the 5th, but boy, do the Red Sox bat around. Ortiz scores Youkilis, makes it 8-1. Then Ramirez over Tulowitzki. Ortiz scores to make it 9-1. And then Ryan Spire on to pitch with the bases loaded. Walks Julio Lugo. Another run scores. Mike Lowell scores. You get the picture that Mama said there would be days like this? It's 11-1. No, excuse me. It's 12-1. Yeah. Ellsbury walks. Varitek
time fighting that strike zone, Chris.
Excuse me. It's 13-1. Pedroia walks. Drew scores. A Game 1 record in the World Series, 13 runs, Boston. Now, 7th inning, which will be Beckett's final. Well, Hop is not Danny and the Juniors at the Hop. 4 strikeouts, 9 for Beckett on the evening.
I have heard that song a long time.
Yes, well, they still play it every now and then. And on this one, the Red Sox sliced, diced the obviously rusty Rockies. Josh Beckett, 4 outstanding postseason performances. The heart of the Red Sox order was just too good, too often on base. 10 of the first 12 times they were up. Youkilis, Ortiz, and Ramirez. When all was said and done, emphatic and then some. Game 1 to the Red Sox by the count of 13-1.
We just jumped on top early, and I think that was the biggest thing for us, to score runs early and often. And to get a huge lead for Josh is always a little more comforting. And this whole team, from 1 through 9, and playing defense and pitching, did an unbelievable job tonight.
I think you saw real good Beckett, and you saw our inability to shut down innings. I think they scored all but, 2 runs with 2 outs. So, I'm not. You can ask me all series long about the 8-day layoff. I'm not going to be able to give you an answer on that. We're a no-excuse ball club. Always have been. We're going to be. So, we got outplayed tonight.
Well, I don't think there's any surprise in the determination. And they were on a pretty good roll, too. But sometimes the lopsided score can happen sometimes. You get into the bullpen, things don't go right. It's happened to us against Cleveland. But we did a good job tonight. Now, after I'm done with you guys, we'll put it behind us and move on to tomorrow.
Who'd come out in Game 2 at Fenway Park in Boston. And here we go. Speaking of old-fashioned, that'd be Curt Schilling. 40 years young. He'll be 41 next month. 10-2 career postseason. Willie Taveras running on the pitch. Matt Holliday, he was far from on holiday. He had the hot bat all day long as Taveras gets over to third. First and third, Holliday up to second base, actually.
Schilling got caught being a spectator on that play a little bit as the ball got away from Mike Lowell. He didn't get over to third base quickly enough. It really took away any opportunity to get Taveras at third.
That was a great play as well, you know, by Mike Lowell at third base.
So all of a sudden, Todd Highway to Helton, a ground out to first. Youkilis with the pitch to Schilling, but the Rockies have the lead. Helton gets a ribby. 1-0 Colorado here in the first. Now, same score, bottom of the third inning. David Ortiz up 2 on, 2 outs against, not prematurely, Ubaldo Jimenez. And Ortiz, bang! Hits him back. One back short.
Man, I was sitting up in that camera well. That was a great shot up there. That ball came, you could just barely see it go foul. You see me right there, Chris?
I see a big.
You see me, okay.
And as Maxwell Smart would say, missed it by that much.
There you go.
Moments later, Jimenez trying to capitalize on. Yes, he gets him to go around, and he gets out of the jam.
Yeah.
Broken, huh?
Yes, what, he went to that slider. He went to that slider when he needed to get big outs.
Bottom of the fourth, still 1-0. J.D. Drew with a man on base hit. Mike Lowell running for third.
Big play right here.
At the hop.
Big play.
On the hop, but Lowell just in there. Aggressive base running Red Sox.
Well, it sure was, and that's what you have to do in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity to score runs, and that's what they did.
And then Varitek flies to the edge of the track. Lowell tagging and scoring, and so this is an old National League style baseball game. We're tied at 1, base running pays off. 5th inning now, Lowell up with 2 on, 2 out.
Clutch man Lowell. He's been their clutch man all year.
And bases were empty, we should point out, with 2 out when this all got started. Ortiz going to come around to score.
That's what they do all the time. I mean, just because base empty with 2 outs, that means nothing to these Red Sox.
Lowell's the only guy to drive in a run in Game 1. He gets the big one in Game 2.
And like they had 11 of 13 2-out RBIs in Game 1. Here's the big one in Game number 2. Jimenez gone. 6th inning now. Schilling walks Helton. And Terry Francona says, you know what? I'm going to go to the bullpen, and who knows if this is the last time they'll ever see Curt Schilling pitch for the Red Sox at Fenway. But they let him know what they thought about his work. And now, Hideki Okajima on against Brad at the hop. Good thing he got a hit in the first inning, or in his first at bat. Strikes out swinging. High five in the dugout now. 2-1 Brian Fuentes on, facing David Ortiz. 2 on, 2 out. And the big fella quiet tonight.
Got that breaking ball out over the plate just enough so Big Papi hit it off the end, didn't get a good wood on it.
8th inning now, Okajima. Boy, he was brilliant against Willie Taveras. K's him looking. Then against Matsui, gets him.
Boy, so much deception in that delivery. Guys just swinging way out in front of it.
So 7 outs for him. And Francona gets on, and Papelbon is in, and he gets Holliday after he allowed the hit. Holliday had 4 hits, but he won't live that one down.
No, he won't. Nice tag right there, too, by Youkilis. Outstanding tag. Just trying to figure out where he was going. I don't think he was stealing.
And then in the 9th, a 1-2-3 ninth gets Helton, Atkins, and Hop. Jonathan Papelbon nails it down. And the Boston Red Sox get the good start, the outstanding relief from Okajima, and, of course, from Jonathan Papelbon. And the Red Sox take a commanding 2-0 lead in the World Series, winning by the count of 2-1, where hits were scarce. So the Rockies, 1 day back. You don't just take an 8-day layoff and then, okay, you snap right to. Maybe they need home cooking or something else. Maybe it's a little bit of Red Sox work on the mound. But Boston gets what they need, the 2 wins at home.
This was the Papajima show tonight. That was just phenomenal to watch. A 2-1 game in the 5th. It ends up 2-1 with both of these offenses. That is a testament to how incredibly efficient and dominating these bullpens were tonight. Okajima was perfect, just absolutely perfect every single pitch, and that's a hell of a lineup to go through that. And then Pap comes in, and you know his stuff is just much like Josh. His stuff is a little bit better now than it was all year, and that's saying a lot.
If Okie doesn't throw as many strikes as he did, he wouldn't have been able to stay out there for as long as he did, but he was so good. His command was spectacular, and that set up the whole game.
We haven't helped ourselves when we've been able to. We've made enough mistakes that have cost us a little bit and put ourselves in a hole here. Down 2 games. We had to go back home. We've been down to 1 strike. So, we got a tough challenge ahead of us.
Well, in Game 1, it was the Rocky Horror pitching show, but really, if you look at the World Series overall, Rocky Horror batting show. Almost impossible to keep up 21 out of 22 pace. But if you add up the hits, 11 hits, 2 runs, batting average 180. Holiday had 4 of the 5 hits in game number 2. And so all of a sudden, Colorado looking for answers where they didn't think they'd have to look for answers at the bat rack.
The Red Sox certainly knew that when they took the field. Game 3 here. Rockies fans were all fired up. The white towel, well, it served a different purpose by the time this one was over. Terry Francona's never lost a World Series game. He's 6-0. Clint Hurdle tried to shake things up with his lineup. Terry Francona moves his lineup around. Ortiz still in the middle of it. An RBI double scores Jacoby Ellsbury. Boston's up by a score of 1-0. Mike Lowell delivers. He's hitting .364. An intentional walk to Manny Ramirez backfires. Pedroia and Ortiz are in. Boston 3. Colorado nothing. Daisuke Matsuzaka 0 for 5 this year. But last year in Japan, he was 3 for 9. He takes the first pitch he sees and plates 2.
Daisuke looked like he did a little peeking back there to see maybe when they were setting up. Now, they moved late. They moved late on it, so he might not have seen it, but he peeked.
First hit in the RBI in the major leagues. The Sox batted around. Ellsbury for the 2nd time up in the 3rd inning. An RBI single. The outfielders for the Rockies came close on a couple and came up empty both times. 6-0, 11 men at the plate. Josh Fogg, their hero, their slayer, was out after 2 2/3. Matsuzaki in the 6th looked so good until this inning. He walked Atkins on 4 pitches, 2nd consecutive walk. Francona's out. Doesn't want anything to get away. No chance. Javi Lopez comes in. Hop. And then they started hitting the ball.
Yeah, they're glad to get him out of there.
Now, those base on balls can come back to haunt you, especially in Colorado.
Down 6-1 for your Victoria-Alba. Garrett Atkins is going to score. Daisuke out. Seeing eye singles. 6-2.
Lopez out.
Mike Timlin in, facing Ryan Spilborghs. Hit this ball hard.
This is where they escaped right here.
Ellsbury, 414 feet and probably 6 inches away, makes the catch. 415's a home run. Timlin gets out of the 2nd inning. Jeff Baker hit it hard too. And if it weren't for Julio Lugo's defense, this may have been a different game. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Okajima's on to pitch against Matt Holliday. Men on the corners, nobody out. And Holliday, about face.
Whatever he has written in his hat that he took off to look at, he read the wrong line.
I got to change the message.
Rockies down 1 run. Totally different game. Crowd back into it. Bench fired up. Later in the inning, the tying runs on first. Give Okajima credit. He buckled in after that shot. First out of the inning, Hop is gone, 2 outs. Hop having such a rough World Series. And Okajima get Torrealba to ground back to him. No more damage, but the game is tight, 6-5. And boy, like a good boxer, you take a shot to the face, you get back and you swing back. And Ellsbury, a little blooper. Here's that 2nd outfield play, so close, but not to be made. Lugo scores 7-5. Next batter's Pedroia. The other way. Another double. 16 doubles for the Red Sox in the World Series. 16. Break the game open. It's 9-5. Holliday, maybe the MVP. Jonathan Papelbon needs 1 pitch to get out of the 8th inning.
Got away with one there, too. That ball just ran in on Holliday's hands, or he might have hit a 3-run shot.
Another 3-run shot.
Frustration, certainly. 16 doubles, the most since the '82 Cardinals in a World Series. They did it in 7 games. The Red Sox have done it in 3. Nearly everybody had hits, but the key to the game was Ellsbury and Pedroia at the top. 7 hits combined. They become the first pair of rookies ever to have 3 or more hits. Ellsbury with 3 doubles and 2 RBIs. And Daisuke Matsuzaka becomes the first Japanese pitcher tested for start a World Series game and win a World Series game.
To tell you the truth, the start of the year, I was just trying to get to AAA, and then from there, maybe get a start sometime this season. But, this is a dream come true, being in this situation and, up 3 games out.
Well, they were on base all night, They did exactly what you would hope your 1-2 hitters would do. But, you know, they're on base like that, and then you got to face the middle of our order. It created a lot of opportunities. We cashed in early.
Well, it started with game 1. They had more good at-bats in game 2 today. It was, you know, it's off the charts, 7 hits. They set the table as well as you could ever want. They put us in some very difficult positions when you get to the middle of the lineup, and you're going to, you know, pick which guy you want to go out there. You want to go at Big Papi, you want to go at Manny, you want to go at Lowell. I mean, that's not easy duty for anybody.
Clint Hurdle paying a very nice compliment to the Red Sox and their depth. The series has been incredibly one-sided. Boston's outscored them 25-7. They've out-hit them. You see the average, the 17 extra base hits. Only 1 home run, and it came off the bat of, not a huge shock, Dustin Pedroia. And the strikeout to walks, 16 strikeouts for Rockies pitchers. They've walked 18. Look at Boston's numbers, 29-7. We'll talk more about pitching in just a bit. They had to bring the trophies in with a police escort because everybody wants that World Series trophy.
Well, they finally got Kenny Lofton's equipment delivered, I guess, and that trophy.
Steve perhaps lobbying for an advertisement spot next year. All right, let's get serious now. Aaron Cook's on the mound against John Lester, and Jacoby Ellsbury starts things off. Jacoby Ellsbury hit .438 in his first World Series. He's a rookie.
Carl, three games to love lead. You want to get on the board early and tell the Rockies, you know what, not today, boys.
Ellsbury's on third. David Ortiz with the infield in delivers. Why was the infield in?
It just tells you how badly the Rockies were struggling offensively against Boston pitching. They had to try to minimize runs, and then Papi delivered.
10 RBIs in the postseason for Ortiz. 1-0, man on second. Matt Holliday didn't bring it to the game in game 4. He went 0 for 4.
That's high gas right there.
Lester doing the job to the 5th inning. Boston up 1-0 when Mr. Clutch, Mike Lowell, leads off the inning with a double left center. It seems like they let off the inning with a double all series long.
And then they were able to advance the runners or score them. It's something the Rockies couldn't do.
21 extra base hits for Boston. Veritek plates Lowell with a great slide. And unlike Manny in game 3, this time the hand did touch the plate.
But Mike Lowell had 3 great base running plays in this series.
Let's go to the 6th. After giving up a 2-out walk, Terry Francona, who said, I need 6 out of Lester, get 5 2/3. He didn't give up a run. He struck out 3 and gave up only 3 hits. What a story Lester's been. Manny Del Carmen to face Ryan Spilborghs. Can't catch up to it. Lester in the dugout knows he's gone through it without giving up a run. We'll go to the 7th. Red Sox look loose. They have a 3-0 lead. They have Beck in game 5 if they need him. And they got a 2-0 lead. And they got a new handshake between Ortiz and Matsuzaka. More comfort zone. Mike Lowell exits stage left. Only the 2nd home run for the Sox in the series. 3-0. Here come those Rockies. Brad Hopp off Del Carmen. Rockies trim the lead of 3-1. This is the same Brad Hopp who set a World Series record in 4 games by striking out 8 times.
He was getting beat on the fastball, cheated on that one, and got a hold of it.
Mike Timlin now in relief, and wow, was he huge in the 7th inning. All fired up as Tulowitzki has gone swinging. Next inning, Brian Fuentes on in relief. Bobby Kelty. Terry Francona, what do you have, a premonition? Bring Bobby Kelty in?
Bobby Kelty can hit a fastball. Bobby Kelty can hit right-handed, and it was a perfect matchup for him because Fuentes threw the fastball. Kelty delivered.
Terry Francona hit every right button. Bottom 8, 1 on, 1 out. Garrett Atkins, not done yet. Hideki Okujima, who before the game, Red Sox officials said we really would like not to have to use that guy. The machine just simply ran out of gas.
He can have a long rest now.
They have another machine. Papelbon, Spilborghs, hard on the ground in the 8th. 2 men down is Lugo, who played outstanding and hit .385 in the World Series, gets the out. The next batter is Hopp. Good wood on it, but it's in the glove of Crisp. And boy, did they have the ability to cover ground with Crisp in center, Ellsbury in left, and Drew in right.
Remember, no Ortiz or Manny Ramirez in the game now as they've been double switched out.
Bottom 9, nobody out. Yorvin Torrealba to second base. Dustin Pedroia, the spark plug, makes the first out. The next batter is Jamie Carroll. A collective hold-your-breath moment, but Ellsbury crashes into the wall and makes the catch. And Carroll can't believe it didn't leave. The Rockies frustrated. A couple of balls they hit here at home they thought might go out. Didn't.
It's the humidor.
Blame the humidor.
The next batter is Seth Smith. Game over. World Series over. Papelbon embraces Jason Varitek, the captain of the team, who for the second time in 4 years gets a chance to celebrate a World Series. And is there a better feeling in the world than that?
No.
Nope. One thing you notice there, I think Papelbon likes his hat more than he likes his glove. He threw his glove and he kept his hat.
Varitek put the ball in his back pocket. He kept that. Francona hasn't lost a World Series game. He's 8-0. Your World Series MVP's right there. The third baseman, Mike Lowell, who's a free agent, said after his heart belongs in Boston with these teammates and certainly the collective leadership you see getting the World Series trophy. Lowell stepped up on the stage to get the MVP hardware. He went 2 for 4 with a home run in this game and was simply the most clutch player throughout the season for the Boston Red Sox. Ortiz left the game after getting his hit in RBI. Bobby Kelty was huge. Certainly the emotional leader of this one was John Lester. All 4 Red Sox starters got victories. Luxury for Terry Francona.
What happened in 04 we'll never forget. I won't ever forget. So many people that we're indebted to, so many good players. But this is 07. And we said that from day one, and we accomplished our goal, and it's not easy to do. And then, like I said, when you do it standing next to people and the players that you rely on and you depend on, and you see them go through the ups and downs, makes it really, really special.
You know, I'm on cloud 9. You know, it's unbelievable. I think in 03, no one expected us to do anything, so we were kind of beating the odds each time. But I think it's a little different when, from the onset, a lot of people expect you to win a world championship, and if you don't, it's a disappointing year. So for us to come through and do what we thought we were capable of doing is unbelievable. We got a lot of people to give credit to.
I feel great, man. I mean, it's a situation that when I first got here in 2003, it seems like it was the most impossible thing to get done, and a year later we got it done, and a couple of years later afterwards we walk in once again.
Tell you one thing, they're all prepared with the goggles. You compare 04 and 07, you see the regular season record was nearly identical. The key to both, of course, was the LCS comebacks in 04 against the Yankees from a 3-0 hole, and against the Indians here in a 3-1 hole. Then they get to the National League and they wipe them out 4-0. In the Cardinals case, 4-0 here in the Rocky case. And it didn't matter, Crucky, it seemed like who was the hero. Pick a name out of a hat, whether it's Kelty or Pedroia or Ellsbury, but Lowell was sort of a constant factor, wasn't he?
He sure was, Carl. And you know what? Not only was he the MVP of the World Series, he's the team MVP for 2007 of the Boston Red Sox. When you look at what this guy did in the regular season, you know, everyone says he was a throw-in. Hey, I don't think a guy with this quality of at-bats, quality human being, is a throw-in in anything. He delivered. When Manny Ramirez was out, who had to hit fourth and protect David Ortiz? Mike Lowell. And he did it with 120 RBIs and led this team to a world championship. You know what? Hats off to Mike Lowell, but also the Boston Red Sox organization, because they stuck with Dustin Pedroia. First month of the season, he's hitting under 200. Everyone in Red Sox Nation, send him down, send him out. The easy thing for the organization to do would have been to send the kid out and say, maybe he needs more time in AAA. They stuck with him. He eventually ended up batting in the top of the batting order and hit over 300. Probably going to win the American League Rookie of the Year and help this team deliver another world championship. Unbelievable perseverance for the young man and for the Red Sox for sticking with him.
Confident kid, too. He had 278 in the series. Manny was 250. But from a pitching perspective, to deal with this lineup, I mean, they take so many pitches. They'll hit balls the other way. It's a relentless group of hitters.
Well, they are, you know, a relentless group. The thing about it, you have Big Papi and you have Manny that's leading the way, and Mike Lowell. These guys come up with a game plan. Their batting coach, Dave Magan, they come up with a game plan every day. These guys have an idea what they want to do. Here you see Dustin Pedroia. These guys will swing at the first pitch sometime. Then other times they'll get deep in the count. I mean, sometimes they're sitting on a breaking ball. Sometimes they're sitting on a fastball. And the thing about them is they can all hit in the clutch. And they will wear you out. They're not pull hitters. They will hit the ball from line to line, up the middle when necessary, into the gaps as you see here, as you see young Ellsbury. And the thing about it, they have a great combination of speed, power, youth, veterans, and guys that know how to play the game, and guys that know how to plate some runs on a daily basis.
Lowell and Beckett, of course, teammates on the Marlins in 03. 03. Red Sox won it in 04. They do it again in 07. And the comparisons of the two teams, I'm not even sure that they're very similar in the other than the fact that they won World Series titles.
Well, you go back and look at the 2004 team, and it was a veteran team. I mean, these were guys that were older players that had been around for a while, and they were really matched up with the New York Yankees. Now you've seen the transition of an organization that's trying to win and develop at the major league level, and a credit to the organization. A lot of quality young players. A credit to the scouting department, to the player development staff, for all of the people behind the scenes. When you win a World Series, it's not just about the players at the major league level. It's the young players that blended with the veterans. They brought the energy, but the veteran players helped these young guys develop at the major league level. They helped them through the struggles. They talked them through the struggles. They let them fall back on their own personal experiences to let these kids grow and really become major factors on the team. They pushed them and they patted them on the back, and I tell you what, it's set up for a long-term success for this organization.
And regardless of any sport that you're in, to know that the bar is this high when the season begins and then to go over it is a very difficult thing to do. The Red Sox went 85 years without a World Series championship, and now they have won 2 in the last 4, both by sweeps. Boston, your 07 World Series champions.